My name is Madison Lee. I'm 31, and I used to live in Charlotte, North Carolina. If you're watching this, just know this is the hardest thing I've ever talked about publicly, because the night I almost died was also the night I learned who my husband truly was. And the moment a doctor said one sentence, everything my husband built, every lie he prepared, every mask he wore, it all fell apart. Before I tell you what he said, please hit the like button, subscribe, and comment where you're watching from. Your support might help someone who feels trapped right now. Thank you. Now, let me take you back to the beginning. Back to the part of my life where everything looked perfect on the outside and horrifying on the inside. I met Ethan at a charity event. He was confident, charismatic, the type of man people noticed. He said all the right things, opened doors, paid attention to the details I thought no one cared about. He made me feel safe, or at least I thought he did. My family loved him. My friends joked that I hit the jackpot. When he proposed in front of a fountain downtown, I felt like I was living in a fairy tale. But fairy tales have villains too. I just didn't know mine yet. 2 months after our wedding, the first crack showed. It was over something tiny. I forgot to call him when I got home from work. He didn't hit me. Not that day. He just gripped my arm so tight that when he let go, his fingerprints were already bruising my skin. He apologized immediately, bought flowers, cooked dinner. I just worry about you. I love you too much. That was the beginning of the trap. Slowly, my life became smaller. He didn't want me visiting friends so much. Didn't want me seeing my sister without him. Didn't want me texting anyone too often. He said things like, I'm the only person who really cares about you. And then, he wanted control of our money, our passwords, our daily routines. I didn't notice at first. Control doesn't always come all at once. It comes in pieces, until the pieces become a cage. The first actual hit came during an argument about laundry. Laundry. He said I folded his shirts wrong. He slapped me so hard I fell backward. Then came the tears, the promises, the gifts. The cycle began, and it only got worse. He started choosing moments when I was most vulnerable. Stepping out of the shower, asleep, cooking dinner. Pain became normal. Fear became constant. I stopped recognizing myself. It happened on a Sunday evening. I had cooked dinner, but he said it was too bland. His anger came fast. I barely had time to react. He shoved me into the dining table. My head hit the corner so hard I saw black spots. Then he kicked me in the ribs. Once, twice, again. I begged him to stop. He said, You'll learn eventually. You always learn after pain. Then he walked away like he hadn't just destroyed me. I tried to stand, but everything spun. My breathing was shallow. I tasted blood. And then I collapsed. I woke up in his SUV, barely conscious. Every breath was agony. And Ethan was panicking. But not about me. He was rehearsing. She fainted. She fell in the yard. She hit her head outside. Over and over, practicing his lie. That's when I realized he wasn't scared of losing me. He was scared of losing control. Bright lights, sterile walls, beeping machines. He held my hand like the devoted husband he pretended to be. Please help her, he said to the doctors. She collapsed outside. He sounded convincing. Anyone would believe him. But a nurse who looked about 50, with tired eyes that had seen too many stories like mine, stood beside me and whispered, You're safe here. He can't hurt you right now. Those words cracked something in me. For the first time in years, I felt a tiny spark of hope. They took me for scans. The nurse followed, and when we were alone, She asked softly, "Did he do this to you?" I couldn't speak. Only tears answered for me. She squeezed my hand and said, "We won't let him near you again." Back in the room, Ethan was waiting, arms crossed, eyes cold. Then the doctor walked in holding my chart. His words changed everything. "Hmm, these injuries didn't happen from one fall. You have fractures in different stages of healing. This is long-term trauma." Ethan froze. The doctor continued, "This is consistent with ongoing abuse. Security has already been notified." Two guards stepped in. Ethan tried to protest, but for the first time, he had no script. He was taken out of the room, screaming my name, threatening, promising he'd fix this. But I didn't look at him. I was done. A domestic violence advocate arrived. The police took my statement. My sister arrived crying, begging me to come home with her. Ethan was arrested in the parking lot. The evidence was undeniable. Medical reports, old bruises, doctor's notes, my injuries. He was charged with multiple counts of assault, false imprisonment, and domestic violence. A protective order was issued immediately, and for the first night in years, I slept without fear. Today, I live in Colorado, far from him. New apartment, new friends, new life. I'm not fixed. Healing isn't a neat story, but I'm free. I teach art classes now. I smile again. I enjoy quiet mornings, sunlight through my window, the peace I thought I'd never have. And Ethan, he's still in prison. He can't hurt me anymore. Not physically, not mentally, not emotionally. I took my life back, piece by piece, and you can too. If you're watching this and something feels familiar, please listen to me. You deserve safety. You deserve peace. You deserve love that doesn't hurt. If you're in the U.S., call the National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-7233, or text START to 88788. Share this video to help someone else. Leave a comment for anyone who might be suffering in silence. And please subscribe so we can continue spreading awareness. You matter. Your life matters. And you are worth saving.